Hey, it's About Town Deb. I cannot believe I'm back in Reno. I have a great show today, live on location, and I have Marcolino here with me. I call him Marco, but he really is Marcolino.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. We're going to be talking about how this man here followed his dream. Amazing new local restaurant that is opening up today, Wednesday, and I'm really April 12th. So hang on. We'll be right back to share all the details.
In Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
Welcome to City Talk. This is About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy. As I said in the preview, I am back in Reno. I've been recovering from my little surgery thing, so hopefully I won't be coughing anymore during the show. And I'm so happy to be back in Reno, Nevada. I have missed being here. So Marco here, my friend Marcolino is what we call him, but I'm going to call him Marco because I've always called him Marco. I can get away with that, right?
Oh, we go way back.
We go way back, so I can get away with that. So today we're going to be sharing about how this gentleman here and his beautiful wife followed their dreams and how they met. And then you're going to find out that tonight at 5:00, if you're watching locally in Reno, Carson Sparks, Tahoe, you can hop in your car. Well, you kind of need a reservation, but you could still come down and you could still join the excitement because it's the grand opening.
Yes, finally.
Finally.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey, but we are right down on the river. What's the address we're at?
254 West First in Arlington.
So it's really easy
right
to find.
The
and behind me, the window view, you could actually, I was here yesterday and there was kayakers.
There was always.
Always. So how cool.
Yeah.
So you could enjoy dinner. There's a beautiful view. It's amazing. So I'm just honored to be here with you today. I have followed you throughout the years and you're finally getting to be where you want to be with, with your beautiful wife, Lynette.
Right.
You guys have followed your passion.
Well, I mean, this is what I've done for 36 years. I'm going on 37 years.
He looks too young, doesn't he?
Yeah. Maybe it's the wine.
Maybe it's the wine. But no, this is when you hear the story, you're going to find out there's not a lot of places where you can get homemade Italian food and delicious and desserts and good wine and the hospitality where you could walk in here and you could actually talk to Marcolino and you could see the chef back there working. So honestly, guys, this is a new gem, for right here by the river.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited. It's been a journey for sure. I've been doing the restaurant business for so long and always working for someone else. And so my wife decided, honey, let's start a food trailer. And I said, what? But I'm so glad we did because it started off, the support was so huge and it actually got me here at my brick-and-mortar.
Yeah. So we always thank our sponsors. So I want to thank Surratt Law Practice. Kim, thank you for, over 12, 15 years of support. Crystal Basin Cellars, thank you for the opportunity. They're our friend. And actually, Mike has done many wine dinners with you before. We're going to continue that. And Angel Fenix Production, Christian, the man behind the curtain, thank you. So we've got that done. And I always have a few quotes. So let me start with this one. Opportunities don't happen, you create them.
That's correct.
This is the perfect quote for you. Don't you agree?
Thank you. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not easy. It's a lot of work. And I have to give a shout out to all my friends out there in the trailer world. It's a grind. It's not easy. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. But I'll tell you what, the payoff now is worth it. So yeah, I gotta give all my trailer friends out there that do food trucks, kudos to you guys. You guys are amazing and keep up the hard work. And then maybe one day you can get a brick and mortar as well.
I agree. So in the first segment, I'd like you to share a little bit about, I don't know how much time we have left, but if you can share, what was your passion in the very beginning when you got into the food business? Like, why did you pick the hospitality business?
Actually, I didn't pick it. My mom picked it for me.
Okay.
She got me a job at a 5-star restaurant. I was born and raised in Danville.
Okay.
So she decided to reach out to one of her friends and got me an amazing job. And I started off as a dishwasher.
That's good to know. We all got to start at the bottom.
Off as a dishwasher, busboy, waiter, and all the way up until where I am now. So that's kind of how I got the beginning. Mm-hmm. And I moved to Reno in 94.
Oh, that's when I moved to Reno.
Yeah. So I moved here in 94 and I had a job at La Strada.
Of course.
which was a nice place to
Yes.
work back in the day. And actually, they had asked if you're Italian. I said, do I look Italian?
I think so.
So my interview was about 30 seconds.
That helps, right?
So yes, and so I got the job there, and then of course teaching dance at the American Bandstand for Dick Clark.
Whoa.
So those are my two jobs. here in Reno.
Hold on.
I know, crazy.
Back up. I did hear about so teaching dance?
Yeah, I've been a ballroom instructor since I was 14.
Oh, 14.
And then I met my beautiful wife here at, actually she was a cocktail waitress at El Dorado.
Okay.
So that's where we met in 94. And 96, 97, 98, we had the original Marcolinos up on Kingsville and McCarran.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's where I totally,
Right.
I didn't realize that was the same
Way
Marcolino.
back, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm learning new things today.
So we were in our late 20s, and now
late 20s.
Now we're in our mid 50s. Things have changed, of course.
Wow.
But excited to be here. This is something I wanted to do again.
Okay.
I've learned a lot. And so, yeah, I'm very excited. So please come on down and join us.
Well, we're not, we want them to come on down, but they need to know a little bit about the man behind this dream.
Right.
So your mom, how cool is that?
Yeah.
That your mom. And the other day when I was calling, somebody said you were on the phone with your mom.
Right.
So is she pretty active in this still?
Well, we talk a lot. Yeah.
That's good.
She gives me some pointers and stuff, but
Well,
she's pretty proud of where we started and where we are now.
well, of course. I mean, definitely would be. So we have 1 minute left for this segment. So I'm going to do another quote. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Again, these are all for you. I picked these all out for you.
Yeah, and they're
because
good.
I feel like I was looking at these quotes and I'm like, dang, these are all you.
Yeah.
So like you say, at what age did you start this dream?
No, I started, my original job, I was 16, and I started my own restaurant here in Reno. So
And how old
I
were you
was
then again?
27.
So 16, 20, 27.
27, I had my own first restaurant.
Is a huge deal.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
So who encouraged you to get your own restaurant? Was that your mom as well? Or was that your vision?
No. Actually,
was
my
it-
uncle and I started
Okay.
that journey along with my wife. And we did really, really well. But we've learned a lot since our 20s for sure.
Oh,
It's a little different
I
now.
still can't. Okay, guys, look at this guy. He doesn't even look number one like he's in his 50s. But the fact that you've stuck with us so long, and it's a testimony to you, a testament, because a lot of people get on this journey, and it's a lot, as you know, in the service industry, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And it's a lot of hours, and you don't have a lot of time to yourself.
Mhm.
And especially you've worked your way up. So, at your last few places, you were running. I mean, you were the one in charge.
Right.
So you don't get a lot of time off with that. So how do
No,
you deal
not a
with
lot of time off at all. This
Oh.
is, like I said, it's at a young age, it's been my passion. So
Okay, well, we're out of time on this break. So hang tight. We'll be right back, and we're going to dig a little deeper into this man's soul. Be right back. About Town Deb.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're enjoying this episode on Angel Phoenix Productions Podcast Network. To explore a complete lineup of quality programs and media production services, head on over to angelphoenix.com or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Angel Phoenix Productions.
She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy with City Talk. I am here with Marcolino and his brand new restaurant today.
Yes, thank you so much
The
for
grand
having me.
opening. So when you're watching, 5:00 right now. Well, maybe 5:15. I don't know when you're watching, but you have time to get in your car, come on down here. And it is, the address again
it's
is
254 West First in Arlington, right on the river.
right on the river. And right behind us, there's kayakers, which is so cool. And the weather's getting nice. So this spring and summer, I think you're going to need to make reservations like a week's ahead, because I'm telling you, the view of watching, and the river's going to be beautiful this year with all the snow. So honestly, guys, this is a must on your bucket list. And you have family in town. You want to show them what Reno is about and the family feeling that we have and local entrepreneurship. And that's what you have done here.
Well, yeah, the cool thing about being down here on the river, I mean, everyone's like a family, you know, in this building alone with Cafe Capello, we've got the office and then Sierra Tap behind us. We've all kind of just joined forces to help each other out.
So speaking of that, you can be at the office and where else can you be? And you can order food and you can eat it. You can eat this amazing Italian dinner at the office. And where else can you do that?
Yeah, it's Sierra Tap. So we're doing the menus for lunch and dinner.
How exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So we all joined forces, like I said, to make it the best experience down here on the Riverwalk. And the views with my restaurant overlooking is just, it's amazing.
And you guys see the mountains. It's stunning, guys. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite part of your journey of being an entrepreneur? What has been your best memory or your biggest accomplishment? I know opening the restaurant, but what's something that's really meant a lot to you on your path?
Well, I mean, basically getting to this point, you know, I mean, in this business, I mean, it's not something you can read a book. Let's just put it that way.
Sure.
I mean, I would rather go and work with people that have been, you know, just started it, you know, like I did at early age and work themselves up. It's all about the people surrounding you. You know, you can only be so good as the people. You know,
I was just gonna.
I know.
We must be thinking. I was just gonna say there was a quote that we had that really the people are who help build you up. Who I always want to have somebody better. I want to learn from somebody better.
Yeah, and I'm the same. I'm the same way. I want to surround myself around people that have extensive wine knowledge. I've been in the restaurant business. Like I said, I've had friends in the industry up to this point that have really, really helped me. And so I thank those people for that.
So with that said, who's your biggest role model?
My biggest role model. That's a tough one.
Oh, 2 or 3, maybe. I'm sure you have so many with all the places you've been in your journey all these years.
Yeah, my role model, I think, would be my son.
Oh, tell me about your son.
I think my son.
How old is your son?
He's very successful. Yeah, you know.
Tell me about him.
So he's very successful. He moved away to Texas, and he's just so successful at such a young age. And I just think I would like to be like him. You know, I mean, he's a great example.
So what's your son's name?
Brandon.
Brandon, thank you for being an amazing son. And your dad, as we could see, is so proud.
Yeah, I wish I had it together like he did at his age. So I have to give a shout out to my son. He's amazing.
Wow.
But my wife and I, we started this journey, and I have to give kudos to her as well. She's given me all the support I need to get to this point. It's not easy. It's a lot of work, a lot of grind, but I think the payoff is finally here. Why I've been waiting.
I know you have.
Grand opening.
So here's another quote. Yeah. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for extraordinary destiny. So honestly, you started out washing the dishes, you know, doing probably being a server and not, I mean, I think it says a lot. I mean, when I first got into the work industry, I wanted to work at Lockheed Aircraft. I lived in Burbank and I was 17, 18. And I went every single day at the employment office. And I'm like, I'm not going to give me a job. I will clean toilets. I don't care. So I ended up becoming a file clerk before I worked my way up.
Yeah. And so at one point, I mean, my passion is wine. I enjoy wine. I've studied it quite a bit. And when I was younger, before I met my wife, I thought about being a wine sommelier.
Oh, well, you're very good at that.
I know my wine, but I'm not that smart.
Oh, stop it.
You have to travel the world.
You do, yes.
And you have to be very intelligent. So I look up to those people that do that. There's very few out there that are sommeliers. But I enjoy wine. I like pairing wine with food. Which brings me to my beer and wine dinners, which I'll be doing a lot of those down here every month. I will have a wine dinner.
So share about that, because you're a little bit unique when you do your wine dinners.
Yeah. So it's 5 courses for sure. And the wine and food pairing. My chef is from Rome. He's amazing.
Yay.
Donato. He does a great job, and he's amazing at his craft. Cool thing about the wine dinners and, you know, being a smaller, intimate restaurant. So they are 3 days long. They're 3 days events, and they sell out quite quickly. So I do recommend reservations. They're fun. They're exciting. They're 5-course, and you've been to them many times.
I have been to many times, and actually we've done a lot with Crystal Basin.
Correct.
And I love the fact that I'm telling you this beautiful, quaint, boutique-y style, Italian-y style restaurant, it's so intimate.
It
and I
is,
love that
yeah.
you walk, there's a little bar area downstairs, but you walk up and you've got all this view, and the tables are just so like, I kind of feel like I'm in Italy,
Okay.
and I'm sure there's going to be amazing background music playing.
Oh,
So you're
yes.
going to feel like
Every day.
you're romanced and really cool, but
Mhm.
it's a great anniversary place. It's a great date night. It's a great girls' night. It's a great guys' night.
And you can come here on a regular. I mean, you come here for lunch. We're going to be doing lunch, starting from 11 to 9, so lunch and dinner.
So what days are those again that you have your new hours?
So Wednesday through Sunday,
Okay.
serving lunch starting at 11, and we'll be serving all the way through to dinner, which will be closing at 9, Wednesday through Sunday. So please come down and join us.
So with all those long hours and all that
Yeah.
cooking, what do you do do you have any fun? Do you ever get to like go out and play at all?
Not much.
I was going to say, if you had a day off, you probably won't for a while.
Right.
What would you and your beautiful wife, Lynette, do?
Probably because she's an amazing cook.
Oh, cool.
So I would probably be in my backyard eating
Barbecuing?
a burger.
A burger.
A burger. A
So-
burger would be great.
Okay, if it's not
I
Italian.
love Italian.
Okay,
Don't get me
but
wrong.
if it's not Italian, what's your next favorite?
Oh gosh, I enjoy a fine steak.
Ooh, I love a good
I love
steak.
steak.
Yeah.
Steak and potatoes.
Okay, I'm
Nice classic
mistaken.
Cabernet,
Oh.
little red.
I like mashed potatoes.
I like mashed potatoes.
I like mashed
So
potatoes.
on my menu starting today,
Uh-huh.
we have garlic mashed potatoes,
Oh, no way.
which are amazing.
I could eat those right now
I know.
because I'm on this restricted
I can't-
diet.
They're really
I
good.
could have garlic mashed potatoes.
Yeah, so
I'm
some of
gonna
the
have that
entrees on
tomorrow
the
night.
dinner menu will have garlic mash and
That's a
also a
big
seasoned
deal.
vegetable of the day.
Oh, so fresh.
Correct. Everything's
Okay,
fresh.
guys.
Nothing frozen here.
So think about that. That's the point about being local and having an amazing team like you have.
Yes.
So the other thing I want to ask you, what makes you guys unique?
I would say fresh ingredients.
Yeah, I would say that.
There's nothing that comes out of that kitchen. First of all, chef wouldn't allow it,
he's a pretty cool guy.
and neither would I. So I
Yeah.
would say the ingredients always fresh, always trying to make something different. We're going to be offering specials on a regular, so that way the menu is in stone, yes, and set. But the specials here, we're going to make sure that it just changes to keep everything fresh, keep people coming in and trying new dishes.
So what was the most difficult part of your journey?
The hours.
The hours. Okay.
The
yeah.
hours, in a food trailer, a lot
So
of-
talk a little bit about that, because I
Yeah.
don't think they realize that you've started out in the industry.
Correct.
You've done a lot in the industry, and then all of a sudden,
Well, I've been in fine dining,
Yeah.
and to go from that, and then my wife deciding that
Let's do a food truck.
food truck or food trailer was like what?
what?
So, but I didn't realize the grind. But it's a lot of people say, Marco, gosh, your trailer is so busy, you're packed, there's a line, making good money. Well, yeah, that's all, but it's early morning until late at night. So if you stretch how much you're making per hour, it's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours.
But like I said, our food trailer is my wife's idea. I'm glad she did that. And thank you so much for the following on that trailer. That's what got my wife and I here to the brick-and-mortar.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
We just got big. We got too big too fast. I also want to mention my catering business is exploding.
I'm excited. Oh, speaking of that,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to use his catering.
Yes.
So next week, Jazzy George and I are taking a group of 15 local Renoites up to El Dorado County in the Fairplay area. And we're going to be hosting a three night, Friday, Saturday, 3 nights.
Right.
And on Sunday night, Marco is going to cater our Italian dinner.
Absolutely.
And Mike Owen's going to join us. Crystal Basin is going to join us there. So he's going to be talking about we're having a wine pairing with your food and Mike's wine. And then on Saturday night, we have E16. We're going to have the winemaker is going to come over and we're going to do a dinner. And our team, our guests who are going, they're going to plan their own menu and then they're going to cook it. And then we're going to tell them what the menu is. And then the winemaker is going to come to dinner. So we're doing 2 winemakers dinner for our trip and doing wine
and
tasting.
thank you. Yeah.
But I wanted to bring my goal is to bring Reno there and them here. So
Right.
why not have you cater our dinner and bring it?
That'd be great.
So
Yeah,
I'm really excited that you have. I don't know how you're going to do it all though, guys. I don't know.
Yeah,
So are you doing the food truck at the same time as the restaurant?
absolutely. I mean, that's what got me here was the food trailer.
Yeah.
So my best friend, Billy, the manager of the restaurant.
Billy's a sweetie,
he's
guys. Hi,
amazing,
Billy.
And I couldn't have done it without him. So, anyway, yeah, Billy will be taking the trailer out. The request for our trailer to be out on a regular is pretty high in demand.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep her rolling, and then I'll be down here at the restaurant.
Okay. Now, I don't know if I did this quote, but I'm going to do it again because you just talked about Billy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't build a business, you build people, then people build a business.
Correct.
And Chef has been with you for how long?
Well, I've known Chef for 26 years.
So-
Him and we opened up Montevina at the Atlantis 27 years ago. So we've been friends. He's one of the best in the business. And but there again, I wouldn't have started this journey without Billy.
So tell me about Billy before we go to break.
Well, we've been best friends. We were working together at Hobie's Casino, and he was my first employee because him and I opened up that room. Wow. He was only 16 years old.
Oh my gosh.
He's a baby. He's riding a skateboard to work.
And how old is he now?
Gosh, what are you, Billy? 36, I think.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
36.
That says a lot. And that's why this quote means a lot to me.
It does.
Because you built your team up. And I know that your team that's going to be here will be here. And I know that they're going to hear their family already.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to meet your whole team.
And that's what I like about this, being a family-owned restaurant. I like it to be, we all care about each other. It's one small family.
Okay. Well, it's that time again. Oh my gosh, we're taking another break. I keep running over my break time. I'm so sorry, Christian. We'll be right back. It's About Town Deb and Marcolino by the river.
You're enjoying this episode on Angel Phoenix Productions Podcast Network. To explore a complete lineup of quality programs and media production services, head on over to angelphoenix.com or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Angel Phoenix Productions.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It's About Town Deb, Debbie McCarthy, and Marcolino.
Yes,
at Marcolino's Italiano, brand new restaurant. Today, well, you're watching, we're here today on the grand opening day, at 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock Pacific time, Wednesday, April 12th, downtown by the river on Arlington and First.
Yep.
Wow, I got that.
Beautiful down there.
It's going to be gorgeous. And you can see the snow-capped mountains. You can see, what are they called? Those people on the water. I already forgot.
The kayakers.
Kayakers. There's kayakers. And in the summertime, when you're looking out the window, you're going to see families out there. And how cool is that to enjoy downtown Reno in the Riverwalk? So I'm going to do a quote, and then we're going to talk about your location in the Riverwalk. And then I want to know how you came up with your name. And I want to hear more about what's on the menu because I'm hungry. So here's this quote. Actually, this is the mastery of self. I'm trying to get back into my routine, and I need a routine. I need to get up early, make the bed, drink my water. I need to read a little bit, and I need to walk. And I feel like I've been kind of in this funk. As you all know, I've been off social. So really, you're kind of my starting over point, Marcolino.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Seriously, really, you're giving me the option and the courage and the whatever.
We've been friends a long time.
Yeah, so I'm really honored to be here today. So here is from the book. Okay. A moment of clarity without any action is just a thought that passes in the wind. But a moment of clarity followed by an action is a pivotal moment in your life. Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. So I am getting back to the whole series. I love the mastery of self. And it's really helped me in the past to get back on track and get healthy and just have the courage every day to take that step, one step at a time. So I know you've taken many steps over these years, many years you've been in this industry we've talked about. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about how you came up with the name of the restaurant, Marcolino.
Well, actually, it was my dad, my stepdad, that Frankie.
Frankie.
Yeah. So he's Italian, and of course. But we decided when we had the original Marcolinos, because my real name is Mark.
But then I called him Marco, and now he's known as Marcolino, going back to his roots.
Mark with a K. And then when I got the new restaurant, Frankie says, "Hey, Marco, we're going to call you Marcolino," which means little Mark.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So
little Mark. Well, you're not so little anymore.
No, not anymore.
Well, you're nice and skinny little.
But anyway, that's how it all came about. So these original Marcolinos in the late 90s, he came up with Marcolino, and it stuck. And then, of course, I just carried on with Marco.
Okay, so restaurant wise, okay, you picked a spot. You got very blessed to get this amazing location, and you're right downtown, Riverwalk District, which was actually just voted as one of the best Riverwalk districts. So kudos to Reno.
Well, one of the big events, of course, is the Reno Wine Walk.
Yeah,
which is kind of hard to say, but yeah, so it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
We've all been waiting for the sun. And,
the sun is coming out.
It's finally coming out.
It's finally coming
People
out.
are starting to get out, and I think they're excited to do so. So opening at this particular time is actually, it's a blessing.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you found your spot, okay? And then I heard you had to do a lot of remodeling.
Well, yes, it was originally it was a burger bar.
Yeah. Yes.
So when I looked at this location with my wife, Billy, we said, okay, this is going to be a challenge. But because of the river and the beautiful views and overlooking and everything, and we decided to go ahead and go with the location. And we had to transform it because going from a gourmet burger bar to gourmet Italian was quite the chore. So, changing all the appliances out and getting it ready for our culinary. So, yeah, it's been a journey for sure. I think the ambiance is quite cute. It's very nice and intimate, but it's also casual. So especially for lunchtime, I know people are on a time crunch, so please come down and enjoy lunch. And
well, you can also you can be at your office and call in and come pick it up and take it back.
That is correct. So we are doing DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats.
Hey, I'm loving that because I can be home in my little PJs and slippers, and I could DoorDash or Uber Eats, and I can have
we might even deliver it for you.
Oh, actually, Chewy's, Mari Chewy's, when it was the pandemic, there was a couple times that he delivered. And then I like, if I don't, Italian and Mexican and Chinese are like my three. And I
think they're mine too.
Who doesn't like all those three? But Italian, I do have a soft spot for pasta. I keep saying spaghetti, and you tell me spaghetti is not spaghetti. Well, I call the long noodle spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, no, we just we use on the menu we use linguine.
So speaking of menu, great lead in. How did you come up with your menu? And tell me a little bit what's on it, but what makes your menu so unique and special to you?
Well, what makes it special to me is that we actually, all of the menu items as far as pasta are all on my food trailer.
Oh, great.
So that's that there again.
That was important.
What got us here.
Okay.
So they're all available. And so we wanted to keep all the people that come out to the trailer to still enjoy either here on location at the brick-and-mortar or on my food trailer. So my food trailer is gourmet. We saute almost every item out of the trailer.
I'm
hungry. So the only difference between it is that here you it's on a plate, and of course on the trailer it's a to-go box. But the flavor is still the same. It's amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm very fortunate in that to be able to serve gourmet Italian out of our trailer.
Okay, so appetizers. Tell me, like, what are your favorite appetizers?
Oh gosh, well, I've never been one to cook.
Well, neither am I.
I've always been in the front of the house, and so I've learned a lot from the chef and my wife as far as culinary. I would say the mozzarella because I have prepped thousands of them. The mozzarella for sure is one of them. Also, too, the calamari is my most popular here, but I'd say the one closest to my heart would be my garlic bread.
Oh, who doesn't like garlic bread?
And the reason why my garlic bread is not only is it amazingly fresh and extra garlic, but it's named after my grandson.
Oh,
so my grandson's name is Benjamin.
Oh,
and so we decided to name it Benny B's garlic bread because we call him Benny.
I love.
So that would probably be the one that's closest to my heart is the garlic bread. And of course, every table has to have one. It's usually seconds. It's amazing.
Okay. And the other thing I love, look at, you have Lenny's lasagna.
Named after my wife.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mama's, how do you put?
Mama's rigatoni bolognese. So that's the rigatoni. That's
who's Mama?
That's my mom.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Then you have Nana's. So tell me about that.
Yeah, that's my grandmother. My grandmother name's Nana. So
this is so cool.
And and one of her favorite dishes was eggplant parmesan. So
I love that.
I named it after her.
Absolutely. I love that. So do you have a favorite that you could eat every day? Is there something on here you could eat every day?
Not anymore.
If there was, what's something you
not
could
anymore?
eat?
I love shrimp. I do. I love the spicy linguine Sicilian. So if you like spice, that would be the one to recommend. It's
Georgia would like
red pepper flakes.
Okay.
So it does have a little kick.
I do like red pepper flakes.
I'm going to have to go with my shrimp scampi.
Oh, I love shrimp
Garlic,
scampi.
lemon, butter, garlic,
Oh.
fresh parsley on everything. So that would probably be
That
my
would go
go-to.
good with my garlic.
And there
mashed
again, back to
potatoes.
the meat. So on my new menu, I have a 12-ounce ribeye steak
Oh, whoa.
with 3 choices. I love mushrooms, so it's
I
got a
love
port wine
mushrooms.
demi.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a good selection from start to finish, no doubt.
Now your desserts. Tell me about your
Mm.
desserts. We know that's pretty special.
They are special. I would probably say the cannolis. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Famous saying from The Godfather.
Oh, leave the gun, take the, what's it? Leave
Yeah,
the gun, take the
Take
cannoli.
the cannoli, absolutely.
Okay.
So the cannolis I can't keep in either on the trailer or the brick and mortar. They're amazing.
So if you would like to have those at your wedding, you could do that, right?
Oh yeah, we've done them weddings. I've done a lot of catering.
Because
So
I would think with catering, having the cannolis, it pictures me at a wedding, a bridal shower, something like that.
I mean, the cannolis, a tiramisu. Can't go wrong with that.
No, that's true.
Which means pick me up in Italian.
I
because the
did
espresso-
not know that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have a lot to learn
Yeah.
from this guy here, Marcolino.
And of course, spumoni, which we enjoy.
Oh, is that ice cream?
It is.
Okay, I knew what that was.
But down here on the river, I think people enjoy a nice cup of spumoni. on
Oh,
the
so
river.
you can just come in and just get that? Like, let's say you're taking a walk on the river.
Mhm.
Could you just come in and say, I'd like to get dessert or
Absolutely.
like to do that?
Mhm.
Oh,
we
yes.
had a couple come in the other night, and
Yeah.
they actually had a cheesecake.
Oh,
Everything's homemade, and a nice bottle of Moscato,
ooh.
which I recommended, and they enjoyed it. So yes, please come on down for dessert, wine. Yeah, absolutely.
So is there a funny or memorable moment during this journey? Like there's always something funny that happens. I mean, I'm always saying words backwards and I call the people the wrong name. There's always, like with Jazzy, George, and I, we always were like Thelma and Louise, like that. Do you have any of those moments with, Billy and you? Have you done something where you guys did
Oh,
something crazy funny?
Oh, it's just countless. Yeah, and it never ends, and you got to keep the humor in it.
But is there one that you could think of that you could share that would be silly, or maybe you guys were putting up drywall? I don't know, something fun.
Not offhand, to be honest with you.
Okay.
There's so many cool moments. I mean, Billy and I have been friends for so long. I can't think of one right off the bat.
Well, that's okay. I just
Yeah.
want just in case.
Yeah.
And so there is another quote I'd like to do.
Mhm.
A small business is an amazing way to serve and leave an impact on the world you live in. What would you like to leave with your restaurant and with your family and with your morals and all that?
That I gave it my all.
I gave it my all.
I gave it 110.
Okay. I love
And,
that.
You can't be successful in any type of business, I don't think. You definitely cannot be lazy. It's a hard environment, but if it's something you have passion for, like the chef and I always talk about, if it's something that you really believe in and something you want to do your best at.
So what's your biggest passion? Food, family,
Wine.
wine. So speaking of
I
wine,
love wine.
you have an amazing wine list
Mhm.
already, and he's going to be adding some About Town Deb,
Correct.
Red, and the Sauvignon Blanc. And
Mhm.
actually, Mike Owen from Crystal Basin is hoping to make it here tonight. So we're hoping he can make it, and he's got amazing wines, and you know all about his wines.
I do.
You've had, I don't know how many wine dinners you've had with
Mhm.
Crystal Basin,
Yeah, we did. I think I've done 3 or 4 with Mike. It's
but 3
great.
nights in a row. So really, it's more than 3 or 4.
Yeah, well, I mean, having a huge following and stuff,
Yeah.
which I'm very grateful.
So tell me about that. So your followers have been dedicated to wherever you've gone, they've continued.
Mhm.
And that says a lot about you as a person and you about your everything it says about you.
Well, it
'Cause-
makes me feel good. A lot of people, there's a lot of restaurants, right? You can go anywhere and enjoy, and there's good food, there's good ambiance, what have you. But I think what makes me feel the best is that the customers that have been mine forever and a day have always said to me that, Marco, you made my family, myself feel so special. And that's what brought us back.
Oh.
So
So is there a customer or a story? I know that I've been to a few of your wine dinners and I've seen the same people. They come all the time. Is there somebody special who you've remembered for years and years? Maybe they've celebrated an anniversary. I know people have celebrated birthdays there. I've been there for that.
right.
Is there somebody that you can remember that's followed you, that's been there, that you'd like to say thank you to?
Yes, Otis and Gloria.
Otis and Gloria. Otis and Gloria, thank you. Is there something?
They're my best friends. They're good.
Oh.
They are amazing people. So I would like to say thank you to them. Absolutely.
How cool. So they've been following your journey?
Yeah,
And then
they
by
come
your
to all my
side.
wine dinners, and they're just amazing people. And but not only them, but I just have so many people that have come and to join me here at the brick and mortar,
Mm-hmm.
or have come to my trailer, which is crazy how many people have come because of all the relationships that
Yeah.
I've built over the years. taking care of grandparents and taking care of parents, and now I'm taking care of the kids and then the grandkids. It's, I've been doing it a long time. So I would say the relationships that I built, I miss the most. But the cool thing is they're coming back now like crazy. They're so excited I'm here, and
I like that.
And they're happy for me. So that makes me feel good. It really does.
I like that. So it says a lot about you. Really, it's about your heart and soul. And, people love food. They gather for food. So
Correct.
It's like around the table, you bring your family. So I can just picture this room full of families celebrating,
Yes.
birthdays and anniversaries and people getting engaged here and coming back every year. This is the kind of restaurant where you can be sitting in the corner and propose to somebody or have your first date here.
Right.
I just love the idea that so many memories are going to be created right within these walls.
It is. And please bring your children down.
So it's definitely kid friendly. We want to see that.
We're a family restaurant. And also too, don't be shy. I do have gluten-free available.
So we're going to take one more break and we're going to come back. We're going to dig a little bit deeper and tell you a little bit more about what to expect tonight. We'll be right back. About Town Deb and Marcolino.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're enjoying this episode on Angel Phoenix Productions Podcast Network. To explore a complete lineup of quality programs and media production services, head on over to angelphoenix.com or like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Angel Phoenix Productions.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to City Talk. I am About Town Deb, your host, Debbie McCarthy, and I'm honored today to be in Reno, Nevada, right on the river, in the Riverwalk District, Reno, Nevada, with Marcolino.
All right.
Welcome
thank you
back
so
to
much.
the final segment.
Well, thank you for having me.
Wow, I'm so excited because your story is so touching, and your heart and your beautiful wife, Lynette. Thank you, Lynette. I want to make sure you get a lot of kudos because it takes a strong woman to keep a man going. And I know that all the years you've been together, it just shows that your dedication to each other and your love really shines bright. And to start a family business and do this with all the hours and all of that.
You have to have the support of your spouse. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Yeah. And I love that.
And that wasn't easy, to be honest with you.
Well, it's hard. No, I mean, it's hard for any family to work together.
Well, I'm away from home a lot, and because my wife knows how much I'm dedicated to my craft, how much I want to be successful, and it takes time and passion for sure.
So what advice would you give a young entrepreneur out there, or somebody who's in their second half of life and they're like, I've always wanted to do a restaurant or ice cream or something in the hospitality business? What advice would you give them on starting their own business?
Well, don't give up. I mean, if this is something you really, really want, and a lot of people, they'll say things to try and maybe bring you down. That always happens, but it's okay because just believe in yourself and do the best you can do and strive. I mean, the restaurant business is all I've ever known. And so for me, it was easy as far as where I wanted to be. Deciding to have my own restaurant again in my mid-50s, I didn't think that would happen.
But it did.
But it did. And I'm very fortunate and very grateful.
So we're going to here's a keep it real moment. We like to do that. How do you have you had any fear and doubt throughout this path? And how did you deal with it?
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's a big, you're out there lit, you're going to go, well, can I do it? Or what if I started and I start getting scared?
I mean, everybody's afraid to fail.
Right.
And I'm included. So, even though I knew I had a lot of people supporting me and behind me, it's still scary because, there's a lot of investment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of investment and a lot of time. So, yeah, absolutely. But there again, anyone that's willing to do anything, no matter what it is, restaurant or whatever you choose to do in life, just give it 110 and don't let anybody bring you down.
Well, with the fear and the doubt, what routines do you follow? Like, is there a routine you have every day so people know what to expect? Like, you get up early.
I do.
So what's the routine to make your business successful?
Well, first I have to iron my shirt.
That's good to know.
Yes.
Yes.
I like to iron.
Crease. You got a crease.
I got a crease.
Okay.
So ironing my shirt. Yeah, getting ready, iron my shirt, and just trying to bring class to the establishment. You know, a lot of people say, well, you know, it might be a little stuffy, but it's okay. This is me. This is my brand.
No, yeah, I've got the Off the Shoulder brand. And we have our brand.
I'm comfortable in a tie.
Yeah.
I have 78 Jerry Garcias in my collection.
Wait, Jerry Garcia?
Absolutely.
They're all the same brand?
They're all the same.
I didn't know Jerry Garcia had that many wine ties.
Yeah. So
where do you keep them all? Do you have like a tie rack?
Yeah. So, well, my brand being in all black with Jerry Garcias and suspenders. So my closet, So I'm the man in black, I guess. I'm not the original Johnny Cash by any means, but my closet's all black. I don't have too many colors.
Oh, well, that makes it easy to get dressed every day.
Right? It doesn't make it
I like that. Okay. So what else do you do during the day?
Oh,
gosh. I mean, you're lucky to have a great team.
Yeah, I got a great team.
So you delegate.
I do to a point.
Okay.
I delegate, but I also like to be in the mix. I guess I'm not a finger pointer. I lead by example. I do dishes. I do whatever it takes. And the employees seem to really respect that.
Well, of course. Yeah.
You know, I mean, anybody can stand around and point a finger at me. I want to be in the mix. I want to make sure all the customers are coming in and have an amazing experience. So, yeah.
Okay. One more question. Mm-hmm. What keeps you awake at night?
Stress.
Well, you need to know if you want to start a business.
I mean, I'd be lying. It's stressful because you want to give everybody the best experience possible. Yeah, is that reality? Most of the time, yes. So unfortunate. So yeah, that's what keeps me awake at night, and also trying to make my wife and family proud.
Oh, well, that's the best part. And your son and your grandson. Correct. I love all that. Mm-hmm. So as we said, we are right here at Marcolino's Italiano, right by the river. It is the newest hot spot. And if you like Italian food like I do, and they have mashed potatoes, I'm so happy. I think my first order is going to be garlic mashed potatoes. That's what I'm going to want tomorrow night or tonight. Anyway, so tell us a little bit more about what to expect when they come here tonight.
Well, I'm hoping a lot of people.
Well, I already know that. I think it's going to be crowded.
I think it's going to be packed. Like I said, a lot of people have reached out and are very excited that I finally got to the end of my journey as far as the grand opening. It's been a long one, but we're excited. We're here now, and I look forward to serving everyone, and hopefully everyone will have a great time.
Well, I like that. So you also have beer and wine. I want people, because some people are beer, some guys and girls are beer drinkers out there. And the other thing is, I want you to know parking. We want to share about the parking. So I'm going to do a little cheat note here because I don't want to mess any of this up here. So number one, you can make reservations by calling 775-800-1693.
Correct.
775-800-1693. Leave a message. If nobody answers, leave a message. And there is metered parking. I think after 6 o'clock, is it free? I think at 6 o'clock, it's free. You can also park. There's a lot. It's convenient, close, text to park lot located on the southwest corner of 2nd Street in Arlington.
Yeah, right behind.
So you can do that. There also is the parking garage on 1st and Arlington. The weather's nice. We'd love you to take advantage of that. But we want you, the main part about coming tonight is to meet Lynette and to meet Marco. I think that is really what it's about. And the Downtown Reno partnership is also giving them the blue carpet treat, which is pretty. This is something new they're doing. And I love really that idea. Yeah, so there's going to be velvet ropes. They said silvers, whatever that is. You have the ribbon cutting too?
Oh, yeah.
What time is the ribbon cutting?
I believe right when we open. So,
oh my gosh. So guys, you're going to have to get here, park your car at 3 o'clock. Well, it's only 2 hours. You're going to have to park it where you go back and put more in it. But I'm really, really, really excited about the beautiful views you're going to have. I love the idea that you're keeping your menu consistent with the food truck, because that's what helped get you this brick and mortar. And if you could say something right now to our listeners, what would you want to say and share from your heart?
I want to say thank you.
Look at him and talk from your heart.
I want to say thank you to everybody. I appreciate the following, the relationships I've built, and for everybody to come back and say hi. We all went through some stuff there for a while, and it's been a couple of years since I've seen you. So thank you so much. That means a lot to me, and I appreciate the support.
And I'm going to say Marcolino, Marco, and Lynette, thank you both so much for sharing your passion and your dream with our community. And, I have my favorite hashtag, Together We're One Heart. And I really believe as a community, as a family, as a neighborhood, as the world, if we do support each other and love each other and share with kindness, and we can support anybody in their dreams. So I'm happy to be able to support you. It is About Town Deb. And you could also, once again, make reservations.
Yeah.
Let's give that again, 775-800-1693. Also social media at Marcolino Italiano.
Please follow us on Facebook.
Please
for sure.
follow. And, you have a great Facebook presence right now, and you will continue. Eric, I just want to give a shout out to Eric.
Castillo.
Eric
Amazing.
Castillo, thank you, with Tugboat Media. He's been a big help.
Best in the business.
And I'm telling you, you've had so many amazing friends and family members. So we want to give you a huge thank you as we go out. That's About Town Deb, keeping it real with her Debbie Talk. We will see you next week. It's About Town Deb with City Talk. And remember, together we're one heart.
This podcast was a production of Angel Phoenix Productions. Explore more episodes of this show or other great shows on the Angel Phoenix Podcast Network by visiting angelphoenix.com. The views expressed in this show do not necessarily represent those of Angel Phoenix Productions or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.